My name is Frederick. I'm 54. I was diagnosed with blood cancer about 4 or 5 years ago. Specifically, I have CLL, which is a chronic lymphocytic leukemia. I spent the first 2 years in anticipation of essentially the disease progressing. And after 2 years, it did progress very quickly. And I ended up, doing chemotherapy and immunotherapy. I had to take 7 months off, essentially. So I would say 5 for the treatment and a couple more months for your recuperation. I was looking forward to going back to work. I was exercising, I was taking care of myself physically. It was a little bit better. I wanted to feel useful again at work. So I had a conversation with my oncologist and we decided it was the right thing for me to go back. And I did so initially it was like 3 days a week. And then I started having all these cognitive issues, if I can call them that. So I was having difficulty concentrating. I was exhausted after 2 hours of Zoom meetings with a customer. I was looking for my words and not knowing where to start and kind of not being able to organize things. It all came crashing down, I would say, 3 months in. The stress of not performing, of trying to overcome these difficulties and so forth. I had to essentially pull away from work entirely for 4 months at some point, and I was diagnosed with burnout depression. So it was very discouraging, and that's how I started looking at things a little bit more holistically to plan my second return to work. I took a big step back and I started to examine my relationship with work. Essentially, do I need to work? Do I want to work? What kind of work should I be doing? It's at that time that I started looking for resources that potentially could help me. So I started interacting with the Leukemia Society, and then through them I found the Cancer and Work site, and I ended up actually reaching out to a career counselor. So even though I've been in my field for 30 years, I said, I want to explore what is it I like about my job. So it was kind of this dialogue between myself, that counselor, using the tools on the side to kind of continuously work through these things. The other element was I reached out to a financial planner because, I knew I had to continue working realistically, but, could it be part-time? For how long and so forth. So I tried to understand how much latitude I had. And then finally, I had the chance to have the support from a psychologist, and that was very helpful. There's a lot of resources beyond the medical community or to help on these aspects. So life after treatment, going back to work, et cetera, et cetera. Those resources, and specifically Cancer and Work, it gave me a sense that I could take control back of the situation and kind of find the solution with the appropriate resources and tools. There's definitely a lot of help out there, and I found people want to help generally. I found a lot of support. It's a question of helping them help me, essentially, and being proactive in that conversation.